What's going on, YouTube? In this video, going to be talking about the cards I held back from Innistrad Remastered, why I did it, and my thoughts on it. To get it out quickly, I held back a total of 4 cards. Could have been a 5th, but I only did 4. And I'll go over what they are and why I did it. And then let me know what cards that you hold back, or do you have a sort of method to it. Now, this is mainly for sellers. And I mean, it's for everyone to watch and learn, I guess, from, or my experience, but mainly for sellers in the point of what do you hold back. So, I only posted 1 collector box and 1 regular box that I opened. I did end up opening a second collector's box, but in total, I pulled 3 Edgars, a showcase, a regular, and then a regular foil. And then I pulled a Meat Hook Massacre, in the borderless showcase, whatever they called it this time, art, and a retro frame Crater Hoof. So those are the 5 cards I will be talking about, but I did sell the Crater Hoof. All cards were posted. Whenever I open everything, I don't plan on holding anything back. I post everything and see what happens. Again, I know the prices plummet. Any sellers know this. The pre-release happens. There's a lot of stuff posted, but it's mainly by big shops that are verified stores. After that, you have to wait until actual release date to get rid of your cards. So your regular cards for regular people. So I have to wait because I'm not a verified store. I have to wait. No big deal. I know these things. I know that I'm going to be getting in on the back end of it. But on reprint sets especially, you have to take that into account. You have to take that into account. With that, I got my cards. They were expensive. I knew they would drop, but I went ahead and posted everything. My idea is, when I'm selling, is that I do I do everything at market. That's just what happens. When I go live, everything is at market. After that, I let it run. I'll update it as it goes, because I have the pricing tool. Let it update. And I seen that Meat Hook Massacre was plummeting. It ended up getting around the same price as the regular at some point. And I didn't think that price was going to stay there, so I pulled it. And at the same time, I was checking on Edgars and Crater Hoof and all of that. Edgars had fallen so drastically far, which again, everyone knew was going to happen, especially in a reprint set. They're going to fall even more because you're adding more inventory to a pre-existing card. And no matter what, that's going to make it drop. Even with special printings, the only one that was going to be very expensive was a serialized one. We all knew that. So when I started seeing the prices drop, I decided I'm going to pull my Edgars off and the Meat Hook off and hold on to them for a little bit. Reason being is I think in a couple weeks or month, whatever, they'll start going back up. Because what happened was, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, so I'm going to use numbers roughly in my head. And y'all can always fact check me. And in the next video, as I will be doing an update to this, I will let you know how they went. So I pulled my Edgars and the Meat Hook. When I checked Edgars, they had fallen to like $40 a piece, I think. Somewhere in that range. So at $40 a piece, I'm like, that's kind of getting low. I'm going to pull them off. So at around 40, I pulled them all off. Of course, that's not all the same prices considering I had foil and showcase. But at that point, either they're going to fall like another $5 and I'm going to lose $15 on 3 cards. Or if I hold them for a couple weeks, they will go back up in price and I will be making more money. Now, I'm not going to say that they can't fall anymore because more product can be opened. But barring another reprint and one of these new sets coming out or anything like that, I don't think that they can fall much more because everyone opened at the beginning, posted, dropped the prices like crazy. And now you're sitting at a level of, if there's, 1,000 Edgars posted right here, you have 1,000. And, you're selling 20 or 30 a day. So after 10 days, you're down to 700, then only 100 more got posted, so you're at 800. You still lost 200 that are on the site. And that'll start making a larger demand for the card while still bringing, you know, the price up because there's more that people are looking for to get. And yes, of course, eventually everyone can have an Edgar that plays Magic, and then you're just like, oh, well, that's kind of it. There's nothing else to do with him. That is a possibility. But how I see it is, you can't tank the price too much anymore. So even if it does drop $5 more, I lost some money on a judgment call for me. Or they're either going to go back up a little bit, and then I'll get rid of them then. Out of the three, I will probably be keeping one of them. Probably keep the showcase one for myself. And with that, I'll get rid of the other two. And that's just something that you're going to have to look at and judge for yourself when selling cards. Are there cards that you want to hold back and see if they move? Personally, I don't go out of my way. Like when Edgar's dropped to $30 or whatever they dropped to, I didn't go buy 100 of them or nothing like that. I just kept what I had, and I'm going to see from there. And sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong, and that's kind of the name of the game. I know someone that did this with Power Balance, but he went out and bought a bunch of Power Balance, and then the MH3 set, I believe it was the box topper or something, or the extra card in one of the boxes you could get. So when that happened, it tanked, and he lost a bunch of money. So that's why I don't go out and like prospect and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy all these up, you know, and all these other things. I don't do that. If you're good at it, I'm sure you could, but there's always that chance that with like Power Balance, you wind up losing a lot of money doing it that way. But in the next video, in kind of this topic, I'll give an update on where they're at now, and we can go from there, and I'll let you know how much I actually lost, made, if I sold them, whatever. But the Meat Hook Massacre just looked really pretty too. So at that point, I was like, I'm willing to keep it if it doesn't come up at all. But I'm sure it will, because again, as people stop opening them, and people are going to want more Meat Hook Massacres and things of that nature. So anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.